What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And yeah, today we're going to be jumping straight into our daily puzzles. Let's start off with Wordle, of course. Add to our 3-day streak. We're going to begin with chart, as always, our go-to word. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to assume that's a TH in here. I was going to go for bathe, but then we don't have the A, so that kind of sucks. What if the TH is here, though? The TH, I don't think is. Oh no! I was gonna go for ethic, but again, we don't have the C as well. So, well, that's great. It might not even be a TH, to be honest with you. I think the T could be here. I was gonna go with teach, but the A is obviously not there. Fantastic. Ooh, okay. Hints might not be a bad shout. The issue with Wordle is that I'm pretty sure the mystery words, it's never like a plural word, so hints is probably not going to be the actual word. But to be honest, I think hints is still a good shout, because it checks for the H, it also checks for where the T is, and then it gives us some pretty common letters as well. So let's go for hints. I don't think it's the word, but it's okay. Let's go for it. It wasn't a good word to guess. It's probably something TH then. Right? I think so. Whoa, wait, mouth. That might be a cook. We're gonna send it through. It's okay. I would say that is okay. We're on to our 4th guess already. That's not ideal. But we do have the O. Well, we got the O. We guessed, like, that was the first word that we guessed with an O, and we now have the TH as well. So something O, something TH. There's no U, which is kind of a little bit confusing. I don't think an E is in between there, so maybe it's. I don't think it's LTH. It can't be PTH. There's no R as well, so that's another like common combination that is out, which isn't great. Oh, and there's also no NTH as well, which is fantastic. So this is really... I don't think it's TTH. That doesn't make sense. Ooh. Whoa, it might be tooth. Let's send it through. If it's not tooth, that doesn't really give us many hints. But I think the issue is there might be a possibility. So let's just send it through. It's not tooth. But we do have 2 O's. That's okay. So, booth. That's gotta be it, right? Okay. I'll take that. Booth. Yeah, okay. Well, we are now on a 4-day streak, catching back up to our 8-day streak. A little bit of, well, kind of symmetry going on here, which is pretty nice. Yeah, tooth and booth. Well, I'd say we got pretty... Oh, okay. If I spent a bit more time thinking, I think I would have thought of booth, and that would have been a better word to guess, of course. Tooth, it doesn't seem like a word, to be completely honest with you. But, you know what? It was okay. I'd say today's Wordle, it was fine. I mean, we got a bit unlucky, I suppose, but booth is a completely reasonable word compared to previous words we had, such as butte and then pshaw. So, yeah. I mean, today's Wordle, it was alright. And we're jumping straight into today's Geo Hunter challenge. I think the target is 84, which is quite low, to be honest. And we're starting with Samoa. We have some pretty interesting categories here. Homicide rate, road quality, maritime area, okay, number of refugees, worst internet, tennis, most rain, and ice hockey. So with Samoa, maritime area might not be a bad shout. I'm just basing that off because Samoa's in the Pacific, and the Pacific is huge, right? The Pacific Ocean's the largest ocean in the world, and it literally, if you kind of have a globe and you place the Pacific Ocean, like you rotate it so that the Pacific Ocean is in view, it takes up the entire globe. At least that's what I remember. So yeah, the Pacific, it's a huge ocean. So I imagine Samoa might be up there for maritime area. Otherwise, it's probably most rain. I'm tempted with a maritime area. Let's just go for that. Okay, probably wasn't maritime area then. Ugh. Okay, Latvia. Oh, Latvia's interesting. I don't think it's tennis. I don't think it's most rain. It could be most rain. Nah, I don't think so. Ice hockey, there's probably better countries. I'm thinking the Americas, like Canada, of course. Worst internet? Nah, I think the internet's alright there. Homicide rate is probably isn't that bad there, right? Road quality, I think it's probably a good pick for Latvia. Let's go with road quality. It was not road quality. Whoa, what? 145 just off 2 countries. That's pretty poor. Malta, the road quality surely would have been great for Malta. Instead, we're going to have to go for... what do we go for? Let's go for most rain. It doesn't rain a lot in the Mediterranean, right? That's probably a poor pick because Northern Africa is very dry as well. So yeah, most rain's probably not a good pick for Malta. Do we use our skip? Malta probably would have been great for road quality, and instead we threw that away. Probably not homicide rate. I don't think it's number of refugees. Can't be worse internet. Come on. Tennis, nah, and then ice hockey, nah. Let's use our skip. Ugh. Yeah. Ecuador. Homicide rate? Question mark? The internet probably isn't great in Ecuador, but it's probably not the worst. Tennis, nah, I don't think so. Oh, most rain. That might be a cook, you know, for Ecuador, because it's right on the equator. And they get a lot of rain, especially in the wet season, right? Probably not number of refugees. It could be. I don't think so. Let's go with most rain. I would say it was 25th. There's probably a better country for that. Austria. Austria, we shall go for... Tennis probably isn't a terrible shout, but it's probably not the best shout. I feel like there's a better country for tennis, like for that category. Ice hockey... Austria... Do we go for ice hockey or tennis? Let's go for... Let's... Maybe we should go for tennis for Austria. I just feel like there's a better country, like especially with a lot of countries in Europe, of course. You know, we have Spain, we have Italy, we also have, I guess, France as well. Austria for tennis. Actually, they're not terrible at tennis. You know what, I'll take it back. Let's go tennis for Austria. It was 29th, that's okay. Japan has got to be... Road quality would have been great for a lot of these countries, I imagine, at least. Number of refugees for Japan? No, right? Surely not. Homicide rate? Surely not. Worst internet? Come on, no. Ice hockey. That's probably the best shout for Japan. Well, it was 22nd. That's not terrible, actually. Yeah, see, France. That would have been great for tennis, let me tell you that. Let's go with homicide rate. It's probably not worst internet. It's probably not number of refugees, I imagine. Number 60, yeah. Today was pretty poor for today's Geo Hunter. We're throwing it away. Russia, let's go for number of refugees. It was the 92nd, so definitely wasn't that. And then Iran for worst... Okay, Iran would have been pretty good for number of refugees, I imagine. Instead, we're going to have to go with worst internet, which probably... Yeah, it was 26, okay. Oh my gosh. We had a 13% accuracy, so we only got Iran correct. Which is not great. Yeah, the target was 84. We went 321 over that, which is not great. It's beyond ideal. And that lands us with a final score of 405, which is obviously pretty poor. Okay, but anyway. Yeah, looking back now, our picks were not great. Our picks were pretty bad. In fact, looking at the perfect solution, so Samoa would have been great for most rain. I did call that out. I didn't go for it. Shame on me. Latvia for ice hockey. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Ecuador for homicide rate. Yeah. Number 2 as well. Yeah. 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 Austria for road quality. Yeah. I can 100% see that. Japan for maritime area. That makes complete sense. Because Japan's pretty isolated from a lot of countries. It's kind of in its own area. So yeah, Japan makes a lot of sense for a maritime area. France for number of refugees. Ooh, I can see that. I can see that. Russia for tennis. That is so true. Russia's tennis is pretty good. And then Iran for West Internet. Well, that was our final option, and we got pretty lucky to get that correct. So, okay. Yeah, like, we just did not play our cards right, I think. If we started off with Samoa with most running, maybe we could have made our way through, but then we had Latvia for ice hockey, which I don't think I was getting. Yeah, I mean, today's Geo Hunter kind of cooked us a little bit. Hopefully we can make a comeback, or at least a redemption, for today's Global. So, I'm going to begin with Italy. Go to... Whoa! 15 kilometers away! Ooh, might be Monaco. Might be Monaco. Monaco, surely it's Monaco. We're going for it. Monaco? Whoa, come on. Surely it's Monaco. It's not Monaco. Oh. Wait, how far is Monaco from Italy? You can't even see it. That's how small of a country it is. Is that Monaco? That's not even Monaco. Is that Monaco? I can't even see it on the... Yeah, that is Monaco. Right, so... It's not... 15 kilometers away. What's the country there? It's not France. It's not Switzerland. It's not Austria. Is it Croatia? It's probably Croatia. It's probably Croatia. Yeah. It's probably not Bosnia. Greece? This is probably too far away for 15 kilometers. Actually, no, that's Albania. That's not Greece. That's Albania. Let's go for Croatia. It's probably not... Let's just go for Croatia. Come on. Okay. Oh, I was thinking Croatia right off the bat, but then I thought of Monaco, and I was like, oh, maybe Monaco's a better shout. Okay, I mean, look, 3 guesses is fine. Croatia, whoa, that is pretty close, actually. I did not know that Italy and Croatia were only 15 kilometers away. I thought Slovenia was, Slovenia took up this... From where my mouse is towards the left, I thought that was part of Slovenia, but apparently it's not. Okay, that's okay though. 3 guesses, it's not bad. It's not bad. A little bit bummed, obviously. It could have gone in 2 guesses if we had not gone for Monaco, but it's alright. I would say 3 guesses is, objectively speaking, pretty good, so I'm satisfied. Alright, let's jump straight into today's Contexto. Yesterday kind of gave us a bit of a headache, but today, surely we can clutch it up. So, let's start off with our tape again. I think that's a pretty good starting word. So, let's go ahead and go for... Whoa, 9,844. That's pretty poor. So, what would be our next word then? Let's go for... I'm trying to look over my desk and see if there's anything good. Let's go for card. I have a card on my desk. It is not anywhere close, that much closer. So, let's think of something more tech-oriented now. So, computer. That was a pretty good word from last time, so let's go with computer. It is definitely not in the scope of technology, let me tell you that. Okay, let's move on to sports now then, you know? The football's still, the playoff between 3rd place, it's happening in 9 hours' time, which is pretty close, as of recording, of course. So, let's go with football. Football is not anywhere closer. Okay, what else can we think of? Maybe home appliances? So let's go with a fridge. A fridge is probably ooh, fridge is a lot closer. Dishwasher then? Let's go with dishwasher to see if it's within the scope of house appliances. No, it's definitely not. But fridge is pretty close. So, fridge is very close. That is a little bit confusing. Maybe it's something to do with magnets, you know? It could be. Let's go with magnet, because fridge doors are magnetic. At least my fridge is, so... You know, I imagine it's the same with yours. Anyway, let's go with magnet. Magnet is way further down. So what does a fridge relate to? Maybe milk? because you put milk in the fridge and you need to keep that refrigerated, otherwise it gets spoiled, right? So let's go with milk. Milk is slightly closer. So I think it's related to cold items, or like the cold. Okay, let's go with ice then. Ice surely... It's related to cold items, because you can see, right? You can see milk, ice, and fridge, they're related to cold things, and they are miles ahead of the rest of the words that we get. So, shall we go for... How about cake? Cake you would put in a fridge, right? Whoa! Cake is a lot further up. Ooh, how about birthday? Birthday might be a good shout, right? Birthday's still up there. Birthday is still up there, so it's relating to something like a party, I guess? Yeah, something relating to a party. Let's... I was gonna think of a drink, because party, right? It's probably not related to a drink. Cake is 137th though. How about a candle? A candle might be... Okay, candle is further down. Candle is further down. Let's go with the word party. Party is up there. Okay, so it's definitely within the scope of a celebration. So let's go with celebration and see if... Celebration is definitely up there. Okay. We are making progress. We are definitely making progress. So, it's not sweet items, right? Not like chocolate. Okay, chocolate's kind of up there, but it's probably not related to a food item. It's related to the celebration itself, the party, the gathering, you know, gathering is 23rd, okay, gathering, celebration, maybe wedding, okay, wedding's further down, so it's probably not a type of celebration, it's something relating to a form of gathering. Right. What about festival? Festival of... okay, it's not anywhere as close as gathering, then. Okay. Is Christmas ever a bad guess? I think Christmas... it's not a great guess, but it's... Again, it's related to that sort of gathering, that tradition? Nah, tradition is probably a bad shout, I would say. Okay, tradition's up there. Doesn't really get us anywhere close, to be honest. What about event? Event might be a good... Nah, event's nowhere close as well. Picnic is up there. Okay. What about lunch? Ho! Lunch is up there. Dinner? Breakfast? No, it's not breakfast. It can't be breakfast. Supper? Okay, we'll take that. We will take that. We didn't even use any hints. Oh, we got it. Supper. Wow. Alright, well, I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. Started off with some pretty wacky words. Tape. Went to... What did we go for next? I think it was football, and then... I can't even remember. That's pretty good. 29 guesses. What did we get yesterday? I think it was 30 something. Let's take a look at the closest word. Potluck. Okay. Brunch, yeah. Meat, fast food. Yeah, okay. Yeah, breakfast wait. Breakfast was... We did guess breakfast, never mind. Yeah, wow, alright. I can see... So, these... Contexto? It's an interesting game, I can't lie. Sometimes it will take you forever to get the word, but sometimes, like today, bang, you get ever so slightly closer and closer, you build momentum, you get the word. Wow, alright. Supper, at least today's Contexto did not give us a headache like last time, I can't lie. Yesterday was a bit of a pain, but today, whew, today was awesome. Alright, and finally, we are going to play today's GeoGrid, so let's get started then. A GDP per capita under 50k. Okay, that's a lot of countries, you know? That's a lot of countries. Yesterday, we had the GDP per capita under 80k. Wow, there were a lot of countries under that, so I gotta really rethink my GDP per capita countries very thoroughly. So, okay, I think GDP per capita under 50k, and then a flag with a star or sun. For some reason, Argentina is coming up in my mind right now, so let's go with Argentina. It was 4.7%. That's okay, I would say. It was an epic country, which is great. Population under 1 million, and then a flag with a sun or star. Ooh, Samoa. Samoa's got to be a great country to pick, right? It has stars in its flag, so let's go with Samoa. Apparently it was not as rare as Argentina. Okay, a flag with 5+ colors, and a flag with a sun or star. Now that's pretty interesting, let me tell you that. I think we're going to come back to that one. GDP per capita under 50k has a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site. I'm going to take a look at what this means. So it contains at least one natural or mixed UNESCO heritage site. That does not really help me that much. What's a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site? Let me look that up real quick. Alright, so it says a UNESCO World Heritage Site is a landmark or area possessing outstanding universal values to humanity. Okay. Anything else of interest that we should know about? Not really. This is already giving us a bit of like extra hints to the game, so I think we should leave it there. But basically, it's a landmark or an area which is of significant value to humanity. Okay, good to know. I did not know about that. Alright, so jumping straight back into here. Well, to be honest, Argentina would have been a great pick for this, I imagine. This is a difficult category, this row right here. I'm going to leave that to the very last, actually, and move on. Name consists of multiple words, GDP per capita under 50k. How about North Macedonia? I reckon their GDP per capita is under 50k. If it's not, then I'm going to look a bit stupid, but it definitely consists of multiple words. It's like country name, so let's go for that. Okay, it was a 2% epic country, which is pretty good. Population under 1 million. Name consists of multiple words. I'm thinking of Trinidad and Tobago. I think that their population is most certainly under 1 million, and the country name definitely consists of multiple words. So let's go with that. It has a population over 1 million. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we've got to play it safe. We shall go with San Marino, because Vatican City is too obvious of a country. San Marino, surely their population is under 1 million, and obviously the name consists of 2 words, so therefore it consists of multiple words. Let's go with San Marino. Okay, it was an epic country. I imagine it would have been better than Vatican City though. Now, flag with 5+ colors, and name consists of multiple words. Not going to be easy, I would say. 5+ colors is a lot of colors, I can't lie. That's a lot of colors. So, yeah, really got to think outside the box for this one. Does the Gambia count? I think the Gambia has a flag with more than 5 colors. I can't remember exactly. Should we go for it? I actually really can't remember if it has a flag with 5+ colors. Maybe I should reconsider my options first. I think that's probably a better shout, but we're gonna keep the Gambia in mind. Ooh! South Africa would be a good shout for... Actually, it would be a good shout for this, I imagine. Surely South Africa has a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site. Although I'm not too sure. It's probably a better shout for this square instead. So let's go with South Africa. I imagine that it would definitely satisfy this square with like this row and this column. So let's go with South Africa. I'm just not too sure about the UNESCO Natural Heritage. This is going to be a pain for me to guess these countries right here. But let's go with South Africa for this. Yeah, it was a pretty common response. 20.6%, that's pretty high, but it's okay, we at least got it correct. Better than, 100% or like missing the square entirely. So, okay, Flag with 5+ colors, and also contains a star or sun in it. That's pretty difficult, I can't lie. You know, does Brazil work? Because Brazil has the green, it has the yellow, it has the blue, it has the white. Does it have another color? Hang on, is it 5 colors or more, or 5 plus? Shades don't count separately. Okay, it 5 plus, I'm assuming, includes 5. Brazil, in that case, might be there. I'm not sure. There's text in the middle. I don't think... It might be the same color as one of the colors on the flag already, though. I want to go with Brazil. I don't recall exactly what the flag looks like, but for some reason, I want to go with it. It's a bit of a gamble. There's probably other countries... I was also thinking Uzbekistan might be a possible shout for... I think Uzbekistan has a star in its flag. I don't know if it has 5+ colors. I don't want to guess it just yet. Maybe should we just go for it? I mean, we only have 4 guesses left, and these 3 squares I don't even know if I'm getting. So let's just go for Uzbekistan. It doesn't have 5+ colors. Great. Great. This category is hard. Whoa, okay. Maybe we go for the UNESCO Heritage Site row instead, and think of a flag with 5+ colors, and hope that it matches. I'm really not too sure, I can't lie. How about we go for Brazil for this category instead? The UNESCO Natural Heritage Site and GDP per capita under 50k. I think it has a GDP per capita under 50k. Let's just go with Brazil. Okay, there we go. We finally got another country. And looking at it, it only has 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So it would have been wrong for this one, I'm pretty sure, anyway. Okay, but this does help us a lot. It was a good pick for this square. Now, I want to get this square out of the way as well. You know, what about Andorra? I don't know if it has a natural heritage site though, so maybe it's not a good pick. Oh, Singapore? Singapore has a population over 1 million. Never mind. Oh, I thought that would be a cook. Oh, wait, what about Macau, though? Macau could work. Macau is not a country. Okay. Never mind. Oh, I spelled Macau wrong. That's a little bit embarrassing. Let's go with Macau. I'm pretty sure they would have one of these. And they should have a population under 1 million. So let's go with that. It did not have a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site, which is a bit of a pain. But it's okay. It's alright. Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a gamble, but it's okay. Wait, surely Mexico its flag has more than 5 colors, right? And I imagine it would have a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site. So let's go with Mexico. Okay, it wasn't a bad pick. We ranked 1,920th, which is pretty poor. But we only beat 35% of players, which is pretty poor. Let's view our board insights. Well, yeah, ooh, that's not great. We are yeah, our score's a bit too high, I think. 35th percentile is not great. We missed 2 squares. That's what kind of cooked us a little bit. Yeah, let's take a look at our answer details. So the most popular was Argentina for this square, which, okay, wow, alright. Population under 1 million and flag with a star or sun. It was Nauru. Really, that's actually kind of crazy. Flag with 5+ colors and a flag with a star or sun was the Central African Republic. Okay. And then the rest are here. Saint Helena Ascension and Tristan da Cunha was apparently the most popular pick for population under 1 million and a name that consists of multiple words. Okay. Okay. And we also had South Africa as the most common pick for this square, which we did go for. Let's look at the least popular ones though. Whoa, Bolivia. Does Bolivia have a star in its flag? I did not know that. Okay. And a GDP per capita under 50k. Wow. Alright, Saudi Arabia? What? It has a GDP per capita under 50k and has a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site. I did not know that. And then the rest of Moldova is fair enough, but the rest of these territories, I would not have gotten. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Yeah, wow, alright. All answers, we had... Okay, the hardest, the most difficult category was the middle one. Okay, wait, so population under 1 million and has a UNESCO National Heritage Site. Iceland has a population less than 1 million. Okay. Otherwise, it would be Greenland is, yeah, up there, St. Lucia, Seychelles. Yeah, wow. Wow. These are some pretty obscure territories or countries. Wow, that is absolutely insane. And then let's take a look at our wrong guesses. It's always good to learn, you know, learn from our mistakes. So look at this one. Flag with 5+ colors and a flag with a star sign. So Uzbekistan does in that. Oh yeah, wait, does it have 4 wait, what? That looks like 5. We have the blue. We have the, oh wait, no, I'm just, never mind. It only has 4 colors. Bit of a shame, but it's okay. The one right in the middle, this square, we went for Macau. It has it does not have a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site. And then this one down here, the name consists of multiple words, population under 1 million. What did we go for? Trinidad and Tobago. 1.5 million population. Really? That is crazy. Okay, well, today's GeoGrid, well, we didn't do amazing, but we have a lot to learn. That's I think that's pretty obvious for us right now. It seems like, yeah, we could do a lot better with our geography knowledge. Anyways, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Hope you guys did enjoy watching today's video. The links to Wordle, Geo Hunter, Globle, Contexto, and GeoGrid will be down in the description for you to check it out. So definitely check it out and have a play. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend. Yeah, it's an absolute blast. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one.